guys, my name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. Welcome to this little vlog about the pentatonic scale applications. And in this video, I want to give you one tip that can work for advanced people, intermediate or even beginners, jazz newbies. It works super well for rockers trying to get in jazz improv or blues players getting jazz improv. And it's a recontextualization. You'll see it's super simple, but it's really, really powerful. So let's get going right away. I saw videos recently from other guys on YouTube, great guitarists, shredders, looking into the A minor pentatonic shape, right? Let's put this on the screen, which is basically this. And the guy, one of the guys at least said, well, some people want to get out of the pentatonic scale. They say, I want to get away from it because I want to sound more, jazzy and chromatic and stuff. And what one of them said is, see what you can get out of the scale before you get out of it. In other words, keep using the pentatonic, and instead of trying to step away from it, just extract more juice from it. So this is what I want to keep doing today, and I want to show you one thing that is seldom talked about, and that's super effective and simple, so let's get going. But first, a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor for today's video is me. No one's sponsoring the video. Just click like and subscribe. Head over to the channel for plenty more about standards, scales, chord progressions, some jazz history and stuff. So that's just for you to remember. This stuff is totally free of charge, so there's lots where this come from. And let's get started with the pentatonic stuff. So we will use the A minor pentatonic, and instead of looking at ways to use the A minor pentatonic, meaning, okay, I have this blues lick and I'll go, or the other ways to finger the pentatonic, what I want to do is keep this thing static and change the context around it. Okay, bear with me. It's going to take me a minute to explain it. The way I think about it is when I see another guy on YouTube, another video that tells you about a pattern for the A minor pentatonic, like instead of just going, why don't you go, or why don't you go, why don't you learn all these patterns? That's correct, but the implicit assumption behind everything is that when you solo with that, you're going to use the A root as your root. So my thought is, hey, why don't we change this? So instead of soloing over an A minor 7, an A minor 9, or A root of some sort, why don't we change the root and keep using the A minor pentatonic? Light bulb, right? So let's get started. The first chord I want to go to for you to try, and feel free to pause this video and just try it out on your own to see how it sounds, is D minor. Okay, so it will be a D minor key, or I would say D minor 7 works well, or even a D minor 9. And then that will be our key center while we keep using the A minor pentatonic scale to shred. Remember, now we're not talking about that blues note. We will take it out of it completely, so it winds up being the 5 notes, and I reiterate, the scale is here. Let's evolve around a D center just to give you an idea of how it sounds. So, oh no, I did the blues scale. Sorry. Open D string, right? All right. So what happened? Well, this is what I like, is we still use the scale here, but we made something else evolve around it. The context around the A minor pentatonic scale changed. And this is the secret. This is the thing I told you. I'm going to tell you one thing in this video. If you grab only one thing, keep for sure doing the A minor pentatonic scale. Do like I did. Basically, I went like, all right, that's one position when I was coming up as a player, right? This is a position. Okay, another position. Okay, do this, and then do the patterns, and then do the work. But then after I have that, instead of saying, let me start over now in every key, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. I don't know if you've seen this YouTuber. If you haven't seen it, go watch him. It's hilarious. You can use the A minor pentatonic, but just find more contexts for it. We did one now. We did D minor while using an A minor pentatonic. So let me give you a bit of theory background with this. The A minor pentatonic and D minor pentatonic are one note away, meaning that they're both 5-note scales. And let me put the pick down, and they share 4 notes. There's 1 note difference. You don't need to believe me. You can write it down on paper, convince yourself of this. And if you're interested in working more directly with a mentor like me, like a coach, I run a small group called the Jazz Guitar Accelerator, which I just changed the format for 2023, so book a call in the description below. There's plenty of stuff we do together, and we can get on a call today or tomorrow or even next week if you'd like to really get help with understanding this stuff. So knowing pentatonics have a lot of notes in common means that the further off you can be is one note wrong, right? But even with 5 notes, you can't really be that wrong. And what happened is that now we have a 9th for the D minor. It's that note from the A minor pentatonic scale. That's the 9 of D minor. You don't need to know this to experiment, but what I recommend you do is look at that A minor pentatonic scale and find as many contexts for it as possible. I got you started with D minor. Now let's explore one more. Let's do G minor. So that's our, like, think of a G minor Dorian of sorts, or G minor 6. It could be G major as well. I'm thinking about it. It could be even a G dominant. So you see, because of the notes that are changing, it creates an ambiguity going, oh, is it a G minor? Is it a G major? I haven't really thought of this. That's interesting. So you can do A minor pentatonic over an A minor. You can do an A minor pentatonic over a D minor. You can do it over a G minor. Now imagine if you started major as well. What if I use the A minor pentatonic during an F major? Good old F major shape. Oh, it tickles. There's a major 7 there. Of course, you don't have to know what is up with the 7th and the 9th, whatever, to start exploring. So the biggie here for me is, hey, it's still just that same thing, but it could be that I use that same thing over 4 or 5 different contexts. I gave you A minor, D minor, G minor. I gave you F major. That's another great example. And there's plenty more you can explore, because the beauty in this, and that's from the Raymond Ricker book and from rest in peace, Wayne Shorter, who just passed away. There's only 5 notes. So essentially, I could sit here with a single chord and play any of the 12 pentatonic scales that I know and just address that chord with a different degree of dissonance. Of course, some of it will sound like a mess. For instance, if I go like this, and then I go up a half step and I play a pentatonic scale, it's going to sound like sort of wacky because most notes will be wrong to the key center. But how wrong? If it's what I chose to hear and play, it could be right, could sound right, or I could resolve it to somewhere that sounds right to me. So for that purpose, that's the only thing in this lesson, guys. If you have only one takeaway, is instead of looking at chords and going, what scales can I play over that chord? I would tell you the opposite was, what chords can I play over that scale? Learn the scale first and then find multiple uses for it, because it showed me as a growing player that I didn't need to learn all that much material, because most of the material is recyclable, can I say that? You can recycle the same stuff over several different contexts, especially for improv. On that note, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to work with a group of Jazz Guitar Accelerator with my own small group of students, I allowed myself, you ready for this? I allowed myself 59 students this year. That's an experiment. 1959, classic year of jazz. So there's 59 people that will be able to take seats here, and so far I think it's 25 or 26 as of today. So make sure you get in that wave of students before I close the shop, and that essentially I'm just going to work with my students until they make the progress, and then I'm going to open the recruitment again. On that note, have a great day. Thanks. And again, I'm Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher. Take care. Bye.